Did you know that it's now possible to deliver goods anywhere in the world in less than an hour? Did you know that scientists managed to completely eliminate HIV from infected cells? Did you know that monkeys drink the equivalent of 3 beers a day? All this and much more today on Colin the Curious. Los Angeles-based startup Inversion unveiled ARC, a new flagship, a re-entry vehicle capable of delivering up to 500 pounds of cargo from orbit to anywhere in the world in less than an hour. It measures 8 feet tall and 4 feet wide, and can carry everything from medical kits to drones. Founded in 2021, the company plans to keep craft in orbit for 5 years, ready to descend on demand. ARC will also serve as a Mach 20 hypersonic testbed. Inversion, with 60 employees, plans its first mission in 2026 alongside partners such as NASA and Kratos. Get ready, because in 2026 you could see your order fall straight from the sky. Unitree G1 debuted its anti-gravity mode, and now seems nearly indestructible. It takes pushes, kicks, and falls, and gets back up in seconds as if nothing had happened. Its secret is a combination of powerful actuators, sensors, and reinforcement learning policies that improve balance and impact recovery, enabling predictive movements and athlete-like reactions. In demos, the G1 wobbles, collapses, and instead of remaining inert, calculates the best sequence to quickly get back up. This not only impresses in viral videos, it also brings humanoids closer to real-life tasks where stumbling is the norm. You might laugh now, but when a G1 chases you after you stumble, it won't be so funny. Did you know there's a theory that the Titanic didn't sink in 1912, but rather a sister ship? It's believed the Titanic was involved in an accident with another ship and was replaced by a similar ship called the Olympic. Also, the insurance would pay for the Titanic sinking. In other words, its famous sinking was planned. The Titanic sank in 1912, and the Olympic was dismantled and sold in parts after World War I. Both ships were created by magnate J.P. Morgan's White Star Line, and according to the conspiracy theory, it was in Morgan's interest that certain magnates not survive the voyage. Magnates who were opponents of the creation of the Federal Reserve Bank. Do you think it was an accident, or was there a plan behind the famous sinking? I'll read you in the comments. The German company Robotics has unveiled a domestic and industrial robot, the 4NE1 robot, an android with advanced artificial intelligence and 360-degree vision, a 24-hour battery life, touch-sensitive skin, and its own ecosystem. The model will cost around $70,000 and will go on sale in 2026. It can carry up to 60 kilos and perform multiple household tasks. The most surprising thing is that each robot is connected to 4 other NE1 robots. So as one learns, the others learn as well. Would you buy it? I'm looking forward to having one at home that can do all those tedious tasks that bore me. Leave me your opinion in the comments. Andrzej Bargiel, the Polish ski mountaineer, made history by becoming the first to ski down from the summit of Everest without supplemental oxygen. On September 22, 2025, he reached the summit after nearly 16 hours in the so-called death zone, above 8,000 meters, then began his descent on skis, reaching Camp 2 that same night. The following morning, he continued, even traversing the dangerous Khumbu icefall before reaching base camp. Bargiel thanked the 7 Summit Treks team, Changdawa, and all the partners who believed in the project from the beginning. Scientists from China and the United Kingdom discovered that our species could have emerged much earlier than previously thought after analyzing the Jungian 2 skull, discovered in 1990. Thanks to a digital reconstruction, they detected a larger-than-expected brain capacity, suggesting that this hominid was closer to Homo longi, or even Homo sapiens. This discovery could rewrite part of human evolutionary history. According to anthropologist Chris Stringer, distinct human groups already existed 1 million years ago, revealing a more ancient and complex evolution than we imagined. What if our history began much earlier than we think? The new Ray-Ban Meta display looks like classic sunglasses, but it hides the future in your eyes. With a high-resolution screen as bright as the sun, you can watch videos, read messages, and even activate real-time subtitles and instant translations. Plus, thanks to the Meta Neural Band, you control everything with subtle muscle movements. No keyboards or buttons required. Want music? Just think. Photos or videos? Ready. Lightweight, elegant, and futuristic. This combination redefines how we interact with technology. Available in black and sand for 799. The future is here. Would you ride an inflatable bike? Wait, there are inflatable bikes? Let me tell you, now you would. The Poimo inflatable bike. It's basically an inflatable electric scooter that fits in a backpack and inflates in just 1 minute with an air pump. Developed in Japan, it weighs 7.8 kilos and can support a weight of up to 80 kilograms. We don't yet know its top speed, but if one day you don't want to walk, it would be a good option, don't you think? Let me know in the comments if you'd buy it. Wait a minute. I need you to see something. How is it possible that 90% of the people who watch my videos aren't subscribed to the channel? Remember that subscribing is free! The more of us there are in the community, the more videos like this I can continue to make. Support the channel with your subscription, give me a like, and leave a comment for the algorithm. Did you know that Shaquille O'Neal owns a Corvette as big as his legend? Engineers had to stretch the car 20 inches just so Shaquille O'Neal could fit in comfortably. Yes, they basically created an XXL Corvette. Every detail was custom-made. Bolstered seats, tuned pedals, and even the steering wheel adapted to his size. It's a one-of-a-kind car, as exclusive as its owner. And when Shaquille saw his new machine, his smile said it all. Imagine having a car made just for you. Which model would you order if you could customize yours from scratch? The Nikon Small World in Motion 2025 competition opens a window into the fascinating microscopic universe. Among 325 videos from 34 countries, the winner was American Jay McClellan, who captured the self-pollination of a time leaf speedwell, Veronica serpillifolia. His work reveals an ingenious survival strategy that some plants use to adapt to their environment. These mesmerizing videos show the hidden beauty of nature, invisible to the human eye, yet full of life and detail. Who would have thought that the most amazing stories on the planet happen in a world we cannot see? The company Sightful has unveiled the first augmented reality laptop without a physical screen. The Spacetop G1, instead of a monitor, projects a 100-inch virtual screen visible through special glasses. It runs its own operating system and is compatible with apps like Gmail, Google Calendar, GPT Chat, and WhatsApp, allowing it to be easily integrated into everyday life. Although it currently uses its own software, it could soon operate with other systems. In short, the first screen-free laptop is now a reality. Can you imagine working from anywhere with a floating screen in front of you? Get ready for some serious road madness. The Wang U9 Extreme has just broken the world speed record for production cars, reaching 496.22 kilometers per hour. The feat was achieved at the ATP Automotive Testing Papenburg circuit in Germany, leaving all its rivals in the dust. This Chinese supercar is not only incredibly fast, but also proves that Asian engineering is making a strong impact in the world of motorsports. Imagine going so fast that the landscape becomes a blur. Would you dare get into a car that travels at almost 500 kilometers per hour? Did you know there's an animal with the power to regenerate its body? The axolotl, a strange salamander sacred to the ancient Aztecs, has the ability to regenerate its limbs, spinal cord, part of its heart, and even parts of its brain. The axolotl maintains a youthful appearance thanks to a condition called neoteny, which gives it a youthful appearance even into adulthood. When a limb is lost, the axolotl forms a layer of skin, then creates a blastema, a cluster of cells that can transform into bone, muscle, or nerve, and thus the limb regenerates just as before. Scientists are analyzing this condition, which could be vital for regenerative medicine. The Wuji hand, created by Pen Motor in China, is a human-sized robotic hand with 20 active joints, 4 per finger, capable of incredibly precise movements. It weighs less than 600 grams, applies up to 15 newtons of force, and can easily hold 10 kilograms. In tests, it performed delicate tasks, such as using scissors or chopsticks from a distance, and even lifted 20 kilos without damaging itself. Its precision is so high that it repeats movements with a margin of less than 10 microns. Priced at $5,500, it promises to revolutionize robotics and prosthetics. Would you use it for work, cooking, or become a multitasking cyborg? Scientists at the University of Amsterdam, the Netherlands, managed to erase HIV from infected cells as if it had never existed. They used the genetic tool CRISPR, a gene editing technology that allows scientists to precisely modify DNA by cutting and replacing DNA sequences. They directly eliminated the viral material within infected cells, and most astonishingly, the virus never returned. We're not talking about suppressing symptoms or taking lifelong medications, but rather attacking the problem at its root. In laboratories, the treated cells were free of the virus. Human trials and safety tests are still pending, but the mere possibility of a single treatment could eradicate the virus that for decades was considered incurable. In Japan, due to the low population density and high elderly population, a company has devised a way to employ elderly women, renting out grandmothers. Yes, you heard right. This service allows clients to hire women between the ages of 60 and 94 for about $22 an hour to help with everyday tasks such as cooking, cleaning, babysitting, and even mediating family conflicts. Furthermore, the grandmothers enrolled in the program can also offer emotional support and comfort if things aren't going well in your life. At this rate, you're going to pay for having a fake family, don't you think? Egypt is one of the most magical and mysterious countries in the world for all its wonders. It has revealed more surprises. Experts have revealed an underground world stretching more than 6 kilometers beneath the pyramids of Giza. Passages, tunnels, and chambers have been found that seem to extend endlessly beneath the sand. Archaeologists have found hidden structures, sealed rooms, and tunnels that form a colossal network that could hide lost treasures. For centuries, ancient texts spoke of cities beneath the sand. Evidence suggests that the builders not only raised pyramids to the sky, they also created an underground world. The Backstreet Boys were greeted at the Astana airport in Kazakhstan with a special dance routine of their iconic song, Everybody, by airline staff. The unexpected surprise thrilled the band and the fans in attendance, demonstrating the fervor they still inspire worldwide. I wonder if the initiative came from the employees, or if it was their boss who told them they had to dance. Who knows? Megan Pierce is attempting to set a Guinness World Record for the largest collection of Joker memorabilia. Her collection includes rare and nostalgic pieces like a 1989 Batman bicycle released during the Tim Burton film craze, as well as preserved food products from 1966 to 1989. She owns over 100 autographed items, including the Dark Knight Master Race, number 4, signed by Jim Lee, Frank Miller, and Klaus Janson. Among her favorites are a 1949 Batman comic book, a life-size cardboard cutout of the Joker from The Dark Knight she purchased for just $40, and magazines spanning from 1966 to 2022. Her passion encompasses decades of Joker history, from Jack Nicholson to Joaquin Phoenix. The Dalmatian pelican is the largest of its species and one of the heaviest flying birds in the world. With an impressive wingspan of up to 3.5 meters, it glides gracefully over lakes, wetlands, and coastlines. Its shaggy white plumage and the bright orange pouch it displays during mating season make it unmistakable. Despite its size, it is an impressive flyer and fisher. It is currently listed as near threatened due to habitat loss and human activity, although conservation efforts in Europe and Asia have led to a slow recovery. A winged giant that embodies both strength and fragility. When mercury and aluminum mix, a dangerous chemical reaction occurs. Mercury penetrates the protective aluminum oxide layer and allows the metal to oxidize rapidly, causing the aluminum to slowly disintegrate into mushroom-like or tower-like crystalline structures while releasing energy. Therefore, mercury is prohibited on airplanes, as it can compromise the aluminum structure. Visually, the process appears almost magical, but it is highly toxic. Furthermore, mercury is a liquid metal that can easily evaporate and contaminate the environment. Meet Watergen, a device that condenses atmospheric humidity and transforms it into potable water ready for drinking. This invention has been used in arid areas, refugee camps, and places affected by natural disasters. It runs on electricity and can produce tens of liters per day. It's a real solution to the world's water shortage. The famous channel that ushered in the era of music videos in 1981 will close its doors to its main channels on December 31st, 2025, following a shift in music and entertainment consumption, where streaming and digital platforms dominate the audience experience, decreasing traditional television viewing. The 5 channels that will cease broadcasting are MTV Music, MTV 80s, MTV 90s, Club MTV, and MTV Live, scheduled to close on December 31st, 2025, in Europe, the United Kingdom, Australia, Asia, and Latin America. However, in the United States, the main MTV channel will remain active and will focus on reality shows and docu-realities. Thus, the decline in advertising revenue and the drop in pay TV subscriptions are influencing the reduction of channels. Do you think these closures mark the beginning of the end for MTV, or will they recover? Let me know your opinion in the comments section. A woman named Bernice Dapa in Ghana created the Ghana Bamboo Bikes initiative to manufacture bamboo bicycles. These bicycles are eco-friendly and very inexpensive. Today, her project has provided jobs for 35 people from marginalized sectors and women from rural areas of Ghana, training them and giving them an opportunity to enter the labor market. Furthermore, the bicycles are made of recyclable, locally produced bamboo, with a system that ensures 10 plants are replaced for each piece used. Most of these bikes are given to children in rural areas, allowing them to travel long distances to get to school. This is undoubtedly a very admirable initiative. Elon Musk's company has just created Tesla Dinner, a 1950s-inspired space with futuristic technological innovation. The Hollywood-based complex serves hamburgers, hot dogs, and milkshakes. Orders can be placed from your car or at digital terminals. The boxes are shaped like robots and cars, and there's even a drive-in theater. The parking lot has superchargers for electric cars, blending retro and futuristic elements. Would you like to eat at this establishment? Have you ever wondered what the first recorded sound in history was? Although many believe it was Thomas Alva Edison with his phonograph, the first known recorded sound was made by Edward Léon Scott de Martinville in 1860 with a device called a phono-autograph. This device visually recorded sound waves on smoke-colored paper, but could not reproduce them. In 2008, researchers managed to digitize one of those recordings and, for the first time, hear a woman's voice singing Au clair de la lune. This discovery revolutionized the history of audio, proving that sound had been recorded 17 years before Edison's invention. As a curiosity, here's also what was considered for many years the first audio recording in history. In it, Edison can be heard reciting a poem called "Mary Had a Little Band."
The first words I spoke in the original phonograph. A little piece of practical poetry. Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow, and everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go.
The age-old dream of flying cars is about to become a reality, at least in Silicon Valley. San Mateo-based Aleph Aeronautics has just signed agreements with Half Moon Bay and Hollister Airports to test its flying vehicle in a real-world environment, sharing space with conventional aircraft. The goal is to observe how a car that can drive and fly within the normal flow of air traffic will perform. For now, Aleph is starting with the Zero ultralight mode and plans to move toward more powerful versions such as Zero mode and A mode. Could this be the beginning of the era of flying cars? Can you imagine a coffee shop where talking is prohibited? Yes, this is real. In Japan, coffee is experienced in a unique way, thanks to silent coffees, places where calm is the main rule. In spaces like Shoujo Cafe in Osaka, there's no music or conversation. Orders are placed with gestures, written notes, or by pointing at the menu. The result is a perfect refuge for those looking to disconnect from the daily noise and find serenity and calm. Would you go to a place like this? Let me know in the comments. In Spain, a small town developed a scheme to reduce extreme heat by turning all the roofs white. Although it seems simple, the temperature there dropped an average of 5 degrees Celsius during the summer. Dark roofs absorb solar radiation, while white ones reflect it. By returning energy to the sky, the houses stop acting like ovens, keeping the interior cool without having to overuse the air conditioning. And the best part is that energy use was reduced and electricity bills were lower. According to studies, chimpanzees consume the equivalent of half a liter of beer daily by eating ripe, fermented fruit. This may be the reason why humans are attracted to alcohol, since chimpanzees are our distant relatives. Chimpanzees consume the equivalent of 2 or 3 glasses of beer daily. The drunken ape theory, championed by American biologist Robert Dudley, has gained traction, as studies show that some primates consume fermented fruit, and when given a choice of nectars with different amounts of alcohol, prefer the one with the most alcohol. Have you ever imagined what the skeleton of a pufferfish would look like? Just look at it. At first glance, it looks like a sphere made by an engineer, but it's actually the result of millions of years of evolution. Its skeleton, composed largely of cartilage and thin, interconnected bones, has no ribs, and its spines are not connected, but rather attached to the skin, allowing it to inflate without altering its bone structure. When threatened, the pufferfish gulps air or water until it triples in size, making it difficult for other predators to swallow. Simply fascinating. Can you imagine a festival in summer clothes amidst the ice? Yes, the Gulka Fest, a sports and entertainment festival held annually at the Sherigesh ski resort in the Kemerovo region. It became famous for its bikini and short skiing and snowboarding event, which attracts thousands of participants and has broken world records for participation. In addition to the bikini descent, the festival offers concerts, costume contests, and other events on site. The event has been recognized by the Guinness Book of World Records as the bikini skiing competition with the largest number of participants in the world. During the 17th century in Europe, the upper classes wore adhesive fabric patches, known as mouche, to adorn their faces. They were small velvet ornaments in the shape of a moon, star, heart, or various geometric shapes. Although initially used to cover blemishes, they became a symbol of status and coquetry. Their placement on the face had different meanings. On the cheek, amorous; near the mouth, seductive. Some women wore several at once, and there were even luxury cases to store them. They were applied with fish glue. Within the Minecraft game, Reporters Without Borders has created a library where you'll find articles, magazines, and journalistic investigations that are blocked in countries with heavy censorship. This in-game library aims for global reach and is difficult to control. Anyone can access and read things that would be prohibited in their own country. The block-based world is becoming a world of information and knowledge. The Library of Alexandria of the future. Saturn's rings are one of the most impressive spectacles in the solar system, but also one of the most deceptive. Although they stretch more than 280,000 kilometers across, their average thickness is only 10 meters. For comparison, if Saturn were the size of a basketball, its rings would be thinner than a razor blade. They are composed of fragments of ice, dust, and rock, some as small as grains of sand. From Earth, they appear solid, but they are actually a collection of constantly moving particles. Pimple Pete is a peculiar board game in which players must extract pimples from a doll's face. If squeezed too hard, or incorrectly, a pressurized jet of water simulates pus and splashes the player. It was designed by Spin Master and went viral for its strange but fun approach. Although it may seem disgusting, it promotes fine motor skills and strategy. Its success on social media made it one of the best-selling toys upon its launch. It is inspired by viral pimple-popping videos. Today's trip is over. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.